Listen to me. You didn't come this far to settle. You didn't survive everything you've been through just to be average. There is more for you. I know you've had setbacks. I know you felt stuck. I know you've questioned, God, why me? But I came here to tell you, God has not forgotten you. The doors that closed, the opportunities that slipped away, the disappointments, those weren't the end of your story. Those were the setup for what's next. You got to understand, God does not call you to a life of mediocrity. He created you for something greater. But here's the truth. You won't get to the next level sitting in your comfort zone. You won't receive the blessing standing still. You have to move. You have to believe that there is more. By the time we're done today, you're going to walk out of here ready to step into the life God has prepared for you. You're going to stop doubting, stop playing small, stop making excuses, and start walking in the purpose God designed for you. Let's go. One day you are not created for average. God designed you for greatness. Look around you. Too many people are living below their potential because they don't believe there's more. But let me remind you, God didn't create you to be ordinary. He put something special inside of you. You have a calling, a purpose, a destiny. But you have to believe it. Two, your past mistakes don't define your future. Bliss? Stop letting guilt and shame hold you back. Listen, we've all messed up. We've all fallen short. But the beautiful thing about God, He doesn't look at where you've been. He looks at where you're going. It's time to forgive yourself and move forward. 3, that faith without action is dead. Move like you believe. Faith is not just sitting around waiting. Faith is stepping out before you see the full picture. If you're praying for a job, apply for the position. If you're asking for healing, take care of your body. Move like you believe the blessing is already yours. 4, closed doors are God's redirection, not rejection. Some of you are mad at God because a door closed. But what if I told you that closed door was protecting you? What if I told you God has something better? Stop crying over what didn't work out and start preparing for what's next. 5, if you still breathing, God's not done with you yet. You woke up this morning. That means God still has a plan for you. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what the enemy told you. You still have a purpose. 6, stop comfort is the enemy of elevation. Step into the unknown. You can't stay where you are and expect to grow. If you want the next level, you have to be willing to step into the unknown. You have to trust that God has already made a way. You just have to walk in it. 7, God's plan requires patience, but His timing is always perfect. We live in a right now world, but God doesn't operate on our schedule. Some of you are frustrated because you don't see the blessing yet. But hear me. Delay is not denial. Keep trusting, keep working, keep believing. It's coming. 8, the struggles you face today You ever wonder why you had to go through what you did? Because God was preparing you. Your pain wasn't pointless. Your struggle wasn't wasted. It built you, it strengthened you, it shaped you into the person who's ready for what's coming next. 9. No. Your breakthrough is on the other side of your purpose. Stop waiting for a breakthrough while ignoring God's instructions. You keep asking God, when? And he's saying, when you move. Your next level is connected to your obedience. So stop hesitating and start doing what he told you to do. 10. God had more for you, but you must be ready to receive it. You can't receive new blessings with an old mindset. You can't walk into your future still carrying the weight of your past. If you want more, you have to get in position, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Are you ready? God has more for you, but he won't force it on you. You have to reach for it. You have to believe it. You have to move like it's already yours. So today, make the decision. No more excuses, no more fear, no more doubt. It's time to step into the life God for you. Now get up and go get it. Look around you. Too many people are living below their potential because they don't believe there's more. But let me remind you, God didn't create you to be ordinary. He put something special inside of you. You have a calling, a purpose, a destiny, but you have to believe it. You weren't born to just exist. You were born to thrive. You were made for something greater than just surviving day to day. There is a unique assignment over your life, something only you can do. But the problem is, too many people let fear, doubt, and comfort keep them from stepping into their true purpose. They settle for less when God has called them to more. You see, God never created anything without intention. When he formed you, he did it with the purpose in mind. You are not a mistake. You are not a random accident. You are a masterpiece. Designed with precision, crafted with care, and packed with gifts that are waiting to be unleashed. The question is, do you believe it? Some of you have been walking around thinking you're just average. But let me tell you something. Average is a choice. God placed greatness inside of you, but it's up to you to activate it. It's up to you to step into it. You can't keep playing small and expect to live a big life. Stop talking yourself out of your purpose. Stop telling yourself that you're not good enough, smart enough, or talented enough. Listen, God doesn't make mistakes. If he puts something inside of you, he intends for you to use it. If he gave you a dream, it's because he equipped you with everything you need to make it happen. But here's the truth. God can only bless what you're willing to work on. Some of you are waiting for a sign, waiting for the perfect time to step into your calling. But let me tell you, there is no perfect time. The time is now. God has already given you everything you need. He's just waiting on you to believe it and act on it. So today, make a decision. No more playing small. No more settling. No more letting fear stop you from stepping into the life God has designed for you. You were not created for average. You were created for greatness. Now go live like it. Stop letting guilt and shame hold you back. Listen, we've all messed up. We've all fallen short. But the beautiful thing about God, he doesn't look at where you've been. He looks at where you're going. It's time to forgive yourself and move forward. Too many people are walking around carrying the weight of their past, dragging old mistakes, failures, and regrets like chains. But hear me. don't care what you did. I don't care how bad it was. I don't care if you feel like you messed up beyond repair. God's mercy is bigger than your mistakes. His grace covers everything. He's not holding it against you. So why are you holding it against yourself? See, the enemy wants you to believe that because you fail, you can't get back up. He wants you to think that because you fail, you're not worthy of success. But let me tell you something. The only person who can stop you from moving forward is you. God already forgave you. Now it's time for you to forgive yourself. You've got to stop letting the past rob you of your future. Some of you are delaying your blessings because you refuse to let go of what's behind you. But listen, God's trying to give you something new. He's trying to take you bigger, but he can't do it if you're still clinging to what he already told you to leave behind. So today, right now, make a choice. Let go of the shame. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the self-doubt. The enemy may have tried to break you, but God is about to build you. He's not done with you. Your story is not over. Your mistakes are not your identity. They were lessons, not life sentences. Get up, shake off the past, and walk like you know God still has more for you. Because he does. Now go claim it. Faith is not just sitting around waiting. Faith is stepping out before you see the full picture. If you're praying for a job, apply for the position. If you're asking for healing, take care of your body. Move like you believe the blessing is already yours. Too many people say they have faith, but their actions don't match their words. They pray for change, but they don't prepare for it. They ask God to open doors, but they never knock. Listen to me. Faith is not passive. Faith is active. Faith is moving before you see the results. You really believe something is yours, you start acting like it. If you believe God has a breakthrough for you, you don't sit around waiting. You start making room for it. If you believe he's about to bless your finances, you don't waste money. You start stewarding it wisely. If you believe he's calling you higher, you don't stay in the same mindset. You start preparing for elevation. Think about the people in the Bible who experienced miracles. The woman with the issue of blood didn't just sit in her house. She pressed through the crowd to touch Jesus' garment. Blind Bartimaeus didn't stay silent. He cried out until Jesus healed him. Peter didn't stay in the boat. He stepped out onto the water. The common denominator? Action. They moved in faith before they saw the results. Some of you are waiting on God, but God is waiting on you. He's waiting for you to take that first step. He's waiting for you to trust him enough to move. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The moment you move in faith, God meets you in that place. Faith is believing when it doesn't make sense. Faith is trusting when you don't see the way. Faith is stepping when your feet feel shaky. And here's the key. When you move in faith, God honors it. He opens doors. He makes a way. He does what only he can do. But first, you have to do what you can do. So today, make the decision. Stop talking about faith and start walking in it. Take the step. Make the move. Act like you believe God's promise is already done, because when you start moving like it's already yours, that's when you'll see it come to life. Some of you are mad at God because a door closed. You thought that opportunity was the one. You thought that relationship was forever. You thought that job was your breakthrough. But what if I told you that closed door was not a punishment, it was protection? What if I told you God was blocking something that wasn't meant for you because he has something better? Listen to me. You see, we only see a small part of the picture, but God sees the whole masterpiece. We cry over doors that close, not realizing that if God had let us walk through them, they would have led to destruction. That's why you have to trust him, even when things don't go your way. He is not blocking you. He is positioning you. Think about it. If Joseph's brothers had never sold him into slavery, he wouldn't have ended up in Egypt, where he eventually became second in command. If the Israelites had taken the shortcut to the promised land, they wouldn't have developed the faith to sustain it. If Jesus had never been rejected, there wouldn't be a resurrection. The rejection was part of the redirection.